There's quite a battle going on at the top of League Two at the time of recording this week's podcast. Leaders Rochdale are a point ahead of Bournemouth, who are in second. Let's talk to right back Lee Bradbury. What are you up to this afternoon, Lee? Where are we catching you? What are you doing?
I'm just at a hotel actually in Bournemouth, just down the road from the ground. What's happening is local businesses are putting in an amount of money to be entered into a hat, and if they get pulled out of the hat, then they can name the ground after whatever they like, obviously after their businesses. So we're just having a photo with a local hotel at the moment for that reason.
So it's almost like a sort of, it's like a lottery. I mean, you pay 500 quid, so rather than pay the full naming rights, you pay 500 quid and you stand a chance of being drawn out of the hat, and in, where it was the Fitness First Stadium, it'll become whatever new stadium.
Yeah, it's quite a good idea. Obviously it generates a bit of interest from local companies and gets them involved in the club, and good little deal, obviously, if you do win. So, and it's a good way to generate a bit of money for the club as well. So, yeah, at the moment, I'm at Langtree Manor Hotel in Bournemouth. So.
Don't be giving them a plug yet. They haven't been drawn out of the hat yet, Lee. You can't be doing that. Listen,
the manager told me.
Is it starting to become a different club to last season? Because obviously you had the points deduction last season, finances have been tight, but are things slowly but surely starting to get on a bit more of an even keel?
They are. I mean, we've seen some big changes around the club, on and off the pitch, really. Management and behind the scenes as well. And it's really starting to take effect now, and the club are sort of in a much more positive position than they were sort of this time last year. So it's all good for the players. Obviously, we had minus 17 points last year, and we sort of all dug in and managed to get stay in the league, which was a massive result for the club in general. So, but this year, as things have all been put together, we've done it properly, and it's showing, I think, on the pitch as well. What
kind of effect did all the financial stuff have on you as a group of players? Because there were obviously times when wages were delayed, and it's already very well everybody thinking footballers get paid an absolute fortune, but I would imagine at your level there'll be a little bit close to the knuckle, and if they don't get their wages, they'll have standing orders and direct debits and all the rest of it. That's like all the rest of us. It's
the same as all walks of life. Obviously, you go to work and you want to be paid for it, and with no exception, footballers aren't. And like I said, in our division, it's not, you're not earning thousands and thousands a week, so it's all your money's accounted for, and there's obviously young players coming into the game at our club that wouldn't be on great money and obviously need that money. So it was difficult at the time for everybody, but it's a time that I think we all pulled together, and it's a sink or swim time, if you like. And I think we all pulled together and ended up swimming, if you like. So it's a real positive for the club, and we've managed to keep the same squad and doing well this season, fortunately.
Now, you're obviously working in a position that would be unfamiliar to most of us, right back. Can I get your assessment of the whiz kid up front, Brett Pittman, who was, apart from that own goal at Shrewsbury at the weekend, I think he scored all your goals in the last 6 games, so he's working under a little bit of pressure, isn't he?
Yeah, Brett's a great little player. He's got that ability that he can get a goal out of nothing. You might not see him for sort of 88 minutes and he'll pop out with a couple of goals, and that's what he's got, and they're always sought after. I think he's scored 12 goals this season already, and he has got that where he can change a game, and it's special sort of players to have on your side. And like I say, he scored a lot of our goals lately, and it's a lot of pressure, but he can live up to it, I'm sure. Yeah,
you're not kidding there, actually, Lee, because I came down to do a piece on Eddie, the manager, for the Football League show, and it was the game against... was Burton Albion, wasn't it, when he scored an absolute 30-yard screamer about 4 minutes before the end. And talk about change the game. I was making my way down the staircase to come into the back of the tunnel to have the camera ready pitch side, and of course I missed the goal. He threw this one in. Gav, you've seen a little bit of him, haven't you? You rate this kid?
I do. I've seen him last season when Notts County played him at Bournemouth, and he was lively, and I've seen the goals he scored this season. And he's just exactly what you guys need. I mean, he's got a great guy to learn off, hasn't he? Big Fletch to show him the ropes. So if you're going to learn from anyone, especially in the lower leagues, I'd say Fletcher's the man to do that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's come in and he's sort of guided Bretty through a few things that he's gone through, and he's ended up sort of helping him on a few occasions. But he scored some great goals, Bretty, and he scored all sorts of goals, though, knockdowns, on the edge of the box, 30-yard volleys. He's got them all in the bag, and fair play to him. He's just got to keep it going now.
Lee, tell us about the role played by Eddie Howe. I mean, he's clearly been a really galvanising force behind the rise up the table this season.
Yeah, Eddie's come in and sort of got the lads playing for him and got us all together. And Eddie's organised and he knows what he's doing. And he hasn't long been a player himself, so he knows what the players want and when to do things and when not to do things. And he's ended up coming in and turning it around for everyone. And he seems to be working at the moment.
Feet on the ground and all that stuff that you'll no doubt want to say, but after the start you've had, having been up there for nearly half a season now, you'd be disappointed not to be in the mix at the end of the season now. Yeah,
of course. I mean, we're halfway. We're 40 points is where we want to be at, and I think 80 points will get you promoted. So if we can play the rest of the second season like we have the first part, then I'm sure we'll be in there. But we're not going to get complacent and just start. We've got a right to go up because we haven't. Anyone could beat anyone in our league, and we go out week in, week out, and play the way we can to our full potential. Then I'm sure we will be there or thereabouts.
Well, listen, we wish you continued success. Is there any other hotels you want to plug or anything like that while you're on, or you just want to get away with that? Yeah, brilliant. Good luck with everything.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for joining us. Bournemouth's Lee Bradbury, who are at Morecambe at the weekend, Bournemouth, who've won their last 6. Actually, I blame myself. I tipped them at the start of the season, Gav, to be up there in the mix, and then they had a rotten start, and I was there when Burton beat them 5-2. All of a sudden, it's coming together for Sammy McIlroy.
Which is good. I'm good friends with the goalkeeper, Barry Roach. And it's a tricky place to go there, Morecambe, and play. And they did, as you say, they didn't start off great, but they're a close knit unit. From speaking to Roachy, they make it hard for you to play against. And I like Sammy McIlroy. He does try and play in the right way. Some good players, and it'd be nice to see him going on a run. But as for Bournemouth, I think it's a great story what's gone on there with Eddie Howe and everything. They've endured a few seasons of absolute misery. They were staring the conference in the face on a few occasions, and it's nice to see in this day and age of money bags football that a team that are really struggling have just got their house in order a little bit and are pushing for promotion. It's good to see.
Yeah, and all hands to the pump and all that. Lee Bradbury, who we'll all remember as a forward, suddenly is having to muck in at right back because often this season they've only been able to name 3 substitutes. The squad is absolute paper thin, transfer embargoes and all the rest of it they've had to work with.
Well, it makes the whole league position even more remarkable. And to tell you what, is it remarkable the way that Lee Bradbury's actually changed position? I mean, I don't know, many people have gone from a striker to a fullback. I don't know what happened there, but he's done great, and it shows you his love for the game. That he's prepared to dig in with a thin squad and not getting paid on time and all that. And it just goes to show that a lot of footballers do play it for the love of the game.